Hello, my name is Anthony, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use PGP to securely send emails over the internet. PGP stands for Pretty Good Privacy, and it's a program used to encrypt and decrypt files or messages sent over the internet. Today we're going to be using RSA encryption in PGP to encrypt, or in other words, lock our messages that we want to email. To explain how RSA encryption works and how we can securely send messages over the internet, we're going to have to try to visualize what's going on. So let's say Bob is trying to send a message to Joe. Now Mary is trying to read the message meant for Joe, and we don't want that. If Bob sends the message directly to Joe, there's no security on the message, and Mary is easily able to read it. How RSA gets around this is it gives Bob and Joe public and private keys. Both Bob and Joe's public keys are accessible to Mary, Joe, and Bob. The private keys, however, are only accessible to their owner. If the private key is revealed to the public, it becomes very easy for anybody to unlock the messages. Now, one way I can think for Bob to get the message to Joe securely is for Bob to lock the message with his own public key. However, now when he tries to send that message to Joe, Mary has no compatible keys to unlock the message, but neither does Joe, as shown by the different colors. The way that works is for Bob to use Joe's public key to lock his message so that when he sends it to Joe, Mary has no compatible keys to unlock that message. But Joe does. Now Joe can see the message and Mary can't. This is the basic explanation as to how RSA works. Now we will learn how to install the PGP software and get our own public and private keys to encrypt and decrypt messages. Now in order to get PGP installed on your computer, you're going to have to start by going to your web browser. Go to the address bar and type gpg4win.org. Once you type that in, there's a big download button. Click that. After it's done downloading, you get a program called GPG4Win wherever you downloaded it. Click this to help install. Asking which language you want it in, just click OK. Click Next. Click Yes. We want Cleopatra, so we can just leave this how it is. Click Next. Install it wherever you want to. Hit Browse to choose a folder. Once you're done with that, click Install. Once it is finished installing, click Next. And now it's done. Select Run Cleopatra and click Finish. This will start the Cleopatra software, which will allow us to get the public and private keys. In order to do that, first you want to click File in the top left, then select New Key Pair. Once you do that, we're going to create a personal OpenPGP key pair. This is optional. I suggest you can put your own name or email. I'm just going to put my name for the test. When we go to Advanced Settings, we see that we're using the RSA encryption. You can move this up to the highest to give yourself the best security. After you do that, click OK. And once you're done with this, click Next. Once you see this, click Create. And now it's going to create a key pair, but first we have to enter a passphrase to protect this key pair. I'm going to type in a passphrase. And now it's going to continue creating a key pair. This should take a minute. Now that the key pair has been successfully created, we can click Finish. And now this is our key pair right here. In order to get the public key, to get it out, we right click on it, click Export, and we can export it to the desktop. I'll do just for this video. I'm going to call it public key test. Save to the desktop. Should take a second. And this is our public key. Now that you have a public key, this is what you would use to give anybody that wants to send you a message, an encrypted message. You would just copy this text and you can paste it into email or website or anything like that. So for example, let's say I copy this text and I create a new text file and I call it, let's say, import example. I paste it in here, save. Now I have a text file. Let's say I copied that from someone that emailed it to me. Now in order to get their public key into Cleopatra, I just click import. Go to the file it was saved under. Click here to change it to any files. And now you can see it right here. Click import X. And I'm already in here, so it wasn't imported, but it did recognize the public key here. Now that you understand that, you're going to need the private key. In order to get the private key, you right click on the name, then you can export your secret key. Name mine. Key test. Save that. It's going to ask you to enter your passphrase. Okay, so now my private key is here. So in order to encrypt a message, let's create a message real quick. Just say test file. Say hello, this is a test file. Save that. Now in order to encrypt it, we click here, sign encrypt. We click on the file. And here is where you would click any of the names or emails that you have imported under your certificates in order to encrypt it with their public key. I only have mine, so I'm just going to encrypt for me, but this is how you would do it. And then once you're done with all this, sign encrypt. Just done with that, click finish. And now I'm going to edit this with Notepad. This is the encrypted message. How I would decrypt it is with my private key. I can click decrypt. I can click on the file that I want, that I just got. Now I can save it under test folder, just so it's separated. Now that it's decrypted, I'll see what it printed out. And it's the exact same. So finally, a shortcut method. Let's say you were emailed some text that was encrypted. Let's say I was sending a message that said, I'll just call this test is test. Okay, I'll save it. Alright, now I can copy this text. And then if I click on this little hidden icons thing here, right click on the Cleopatra icon, hover over clipboard, and click encrypt. I add whichever recipients I want to send a message to. I'm the only one in here, so I'll send it to myself. I can click next. And then once this succeeded, you click OK. Now the encrypted message is sent to your clipboard. If I create a new document, I'll say test encrypted. If I paste the text in here, this is your encrypted message in text form. This is what you would email to people. You would just copy this chunk of text right here and paste it in your email. And then when receiving something like this, you could just copy this, go back here, go back to clipboard, and you can decrypt it from here as well. Then you click finish. I'll create a new text document. I'll say test decrypted. Then I can paste, and it says exactly what the other one did. This is a test. This is a test. And that's the shortcut way to do it if you're doing it through email, where you can't just get these files downloaded from there. Alright, and this has been how to encrypt and decrypt your email messages using RSA encryption from the PGP program. Thank you for watching.